new friends, it looks.
And you kept your distance, I think.
Harder to feel bad if you don't get attached to someone that dies.
Harder to enjoy your life with nobody in it, either.
Fair point, but still.
I don't know how you can be so distant. I guess it's normal for police to lose people.
Soldiers in war suffer it worse.
I don't even want to imagine that.
Considering our polar opposite personalities, I'd have expected us to dislike or avoid each other, but here we are, actually getting along well. Me and Garrus just don't mesh, but somehow this one is working.
Both still hate each other?
It's more mild than before, but basically yes. But you see my point?
Yeah, I do.
How about some TV?
TV's been all over the place. Let's watch a DVD instead.
We need to ask what's here then.
How much do you like The Simpsons?
Look through your collection again.
Now finding one and a half. Finding one but from the character.
That sounds hilarious, and I want to see it.
Mom, this can't go on. Just this month, you've pulled down 4 walls and collapsed 2 tunnel exits. We have to look after each other. Our survival depends on it.
What's the point? All we do is dig so we can hide and hide so we can dig. I want to be where we don't have to dig tunnels and live with our heads stuck in the sand. What's so bad about dreaming of a better home?
My back itches.
I want to
You know
show
what? Just remember the track device all 3 of us know about by now.
Thanks. It's just so much.
Come
What do you
on,
grab
look.
it?
Sure.
Look out to the horizon.
Gramble, why do you have a
Past the
flashbang grenade on your back next to
Over
it?
the grasslands.
Oh, right.
Everything
Yes,
the
Norman
light
put that there.
touches
Looks like it already went off.
Oh,
belongs
that's
to
what the
someone
power center
else.
flashed them 5 weeks ago.
Honey, I thought you were going a whole different direction with this.
Hang on, let
What
me
can I
rephrase
say?
that.
It's nature's
You're
design.
half naked. How do you flash people anyway?
That's something I'm not interested in knowing.
What's up?
Is everything okay with your, club now? Your friend did say Monica left the club.
That. Sorry, but that's super personal business. I'd be fine telling you, but the audience has a bad habit of peeping when they shouldn't. Like right now.
Do they see every single thing we do?
No, just most of it. Bathrooms are a big no.
So if we wanted a secret conversation...
That would have been a better place than the engine room.
Well, too late now. How do you deal with this every day as a game character?
You don't have a choice in the matter, unfortunately.
All those eyes just peering at you all the time, just... Ugh.
Yeah, not fun. And not what I want to think about.
Sorry. I'm not fully over our conversation with Rex. I don't want to hate him, but...
Deep cut, I get it. But again, me and him are complicit with the game. So I deserve blame too.
What do you mean Rex is complicit with this? Isn't he at least one of the 2 guys that did this?
No. Rex is, and always was, the red herring.
I don't know what that means. What's a herring?
I keep forgetting how different your ecosystem is, to the point where you grow cheese out of the ground. A herring's a fish, but red herring is an expression, meaning false lead.
So you're saying this was completely Octavian's fault and nobody else's?
You're not listening to me! Just because Octavian's the one in charge and all this was his idea, doesn't make the rest of us less guilty. We were accomplices by inaction. We did nothing to stop this.
You wanted a better life.
At the expense of all yours, though? We don't give Sam's crappy friends a free pass for their prank that killed 2 girls. Why give me a free pass?
That's different.
How?
Because you were nice to me. And so was Octavia. I don't want to believe you were. I can't believe you're both villains. I literally can't. Not after everything that's happened.
So you want to blame Rex because you aren't attached to him?
I guess so. But I know the truth, Natsuki. Mai was a parasite, and Octavian put her in here to make a point. point I already knew, but still. Kate and Papyrus aren't dead out there. We're safer in here till that weirdness outside blows over. Carl's deal, Tavian talking about his nan, your frustrations with this horrible situation you're in, those fake hits, your friends supporting you here, everything. I know the truth, and it hurts. It hurts so much knowing how far y'all went, just to force everyone watching to understand your pain.
And yours.
What?
Octavian wanted people to see your story and grow attached to you. A lot of people struggled with affection the way you did. If they saw what you went through, they'd feel less alone. That's why you're here.
Natsuki, I know you want me to hold ill will towards you and Octavian, but I just can't.
Then I guess we'll have to agree to disagree on this one.
I'm noticing a lot of unique family dynamics around here. Some fairer than others.
What you mean?
Well, Natsuki's neglected.
She said her dad starved her. Considering she's a video game character, her dad could have done anything to her for her backstory.
Nanako's basically raising herself. CEO hates his dad. Mayu had issues.
That's a very mild way of putting it.
She was horrendous. Are all families this dysfunctional?
My family situation isn't anything like those. Me, Coco, Aku Aku, and Crunch get along just fine.
So no starvation from neglect, severe misunderstood chastisement, abandonment, or the whole family thrown away in an old dying woman's house if it had nothing of value?
Okay, not even the Simpsons are that dysfunctional.
Pretty sure Homer committed child abuse repeatedly with the strangling.
Is being nice to family weird?
Apparently. That shouldn't be.
That is so messed up.
I'm just so frustrated by all this.
I'd be too. I'm assuming you borrowed Octavian's DVDs for you to know who Homer is, but I'm hoping you use discretion when letting Nico and Nanako watch it with you. It's an adult cartoon.
A little late telling me that.
Mark, your tentacles feel so good.
Well, I guess I know what Snoo Snoo is now.
I don't remember that episode.
Do yourself a favor and don't look into it. Watching the poor girl get harassed by her brother relentlessly and get blamed for failing an impossible task she shouldn't have been given. It's just disheartening. Okay, I really want to see how that story with the inspector and constable plays out.
Let's see if it's on.
Okay, so our next objective is the exact center of the universe. Because there's a super clock there, right?
Such an advanced machina must be difficult to keep running alone. There must be hundreds of workers there.
We'll have to wait and see.
I think we're reaching our end goal.
I didn't want it to end though! I love destroying evil with you guys!
Cooper, a word in private, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
Awesome!
But just try to be a bit calmer when things get less hectic. You might come across a little intense.
You all are seriously the best!
What did you want to talk about?
Cooper, there's been something on my mind for a long time now, and
Whatever it is, I can handle it. You know we're in this together, right?
we need to talk about your past.
I see. I wasn't really a constable, was I?
Cooper, I'm not fully convinced you have amnesia. When I ask about your information sources or procurement methods, you word your way around giving a concrete answer.
My methods are
Unorthodox, I know, but that doesn't tell me what they are. I've come to the conclusion that you resort to your old clandestine methods of interloping convict strongholds for incriminating evidence.
Gets the job done faster.
How are Bentley and Murray?
Living honest jobs now. Not going back to playing cops and robbers again, are we? I don't want that anymore.
I don't either, Ringtail. You definitely mean it if you aren't snarking or flirting the whole time.
Now isn't exactly the right time to comment on your radiant beauty matching your firearm.
I can't wrap my head around it. What do you have to gain from leaving behind an entire island of treasure?
I think stealing the heart of the most beautiful woman in the world is worth much more than all the gold in the world.
There's the flirty chit-chat I'm used to.
It was a good moment for it.
So, you don't think about going back to your old life of crime?
The only thing I want to steal, I already have. At least, I hope I do.
You do. Maybe we can make this work after all. No more lies from either side. Sorry I lied that you were my partner.
Sorry I didn't figure out my feelings sooner.
Oh my grump, this is romantic. I love it.
Yay, they made up.
Mom, can I be adopted?
Why do you keep calling me Mum even though we're not related?
Because you're awesome and I look up to you, so you may as well be my mom.
I don't think I'm ready for kids yet.
Aww.
But I highly enjoy working with you and admire your boundless enthusiasm.
Yay!
This is so adorable. I love it.
I'll go get the short pistol so we can take down bad guys.
Now I'm concerned.
I didn't notice until now that she had a mustache. Is that normal?
Octavian, I just wanted to ask, is it just me or does everyone here have mommy or daddy issues?
Let's see, there's you, Nago, Neo doesn't count, Natsuki, I think Jules fine, Sam and Crash are fine, Garrison mild, and Zio's got it bad. Kate, not half to Mayu, not Carl or Gale, not Miss Sam, that would be 7 out of 16, almost out.
That's a lot of family drama. Harris's is mild?
Fatherly disapproval of him going vigilante, but they had to them.
I wouldn't let my child in danger either.
No, Garrus was raised by training culture and customs. He's very military. The problem was Garrus hated rules.
Well, at least it's patched up. Still, there's a lot of people here with family issues. Why is that? That's so Natsuki has someone to talk to about her dad?
That was unintentional.
Was it so you could then?
I plead the fifth.
I don't know what that means.
I refuse to testify.
So, yes, but you're not gonna say it.
Basically.
Why make that answer so roundabout?
Gonna have to get back to you on that later.
Okay, I think we need to talk about the obvious problem here.
Here we go. I can't believe just how badly this all went. Logic checked out.
Forgive you.
You shouldn't.
But it do.
Forgiving the man that put you through this? No. Do not perpetuate this.
What? What do you mean?
How many people for you abusive friends, family members, and lovers out of blind loyalty from kindness? Too many. Do not perpetuate this.
Where'd this come from?
How am I supposed to buy the lesson my family instilled in me that family is important and lasts forever to support you if my Nana gets crammed in a home against her will by family to the point where she died miserable and lonely? Or when my mom burned bridges with everyone that her off, including family members?
You've lost the ability to forgive people anymore, haven't you?
Just about completely, yeah. Family will say they love me, Then yell at me for petty reasons 5 minutes later. They'll say money doesn't grow on trees when I ask for something like a video game, then buy jewelry for themselves the next day. They say they're not mad, while my ears nearly bleed off on their high volume. You can't just forgive people for their bullcrap because, oh, it's not their fault they're having a miserable day every day. We're family and family loves each other. Bullshit. Love is earned, not a given just because of a blood relation.
And this relates to you wanting people to not forgive so easily, because you forgave too easily and kept getting hurt.
Only I hope that one day they'll finally truly treat you like you deserve the life you were given. I shouldn't have had to do that. Nana treated me so well. And to be fair to Dad, he screwed up really bad, but unlike Mom, he at least tried. Mom never tried. She blamed everyone else for her own faults, barfed out endless excuses, and cut ties with anyone that dared disagree with her. I could never listen. Always had more custody over me than Dad did.
Octavian.
I can't be the only one, Gramble. Someone has to say it. Forgiveness should not be a slap on the wrist if you did something truly horrid. And I did.
You did nothing wrong.
I am past believing that, Gramble. This is abuse, not tough love. Trust me. I know the difference. Tough love is sternly correcting wrong behavior with constraints for information on why the behavior is bad. Abuse is constantly putting people down all the time. Or punching your husband.
Please don't tell me.
I was too young to remember it. Dad was raised on the sexist principles that women should be respected as if they're better than men, not equal to them. So he let her get away with things like that a lot.
Your man must have pulled a lot of weight in that regard. Make sure you stayed at least a little sane.
Like I said, she treated me like a person.
This explains everything.
This whole trip has been insane.
Yup. I get the feeling the end of the road is near, but I'm not sure what's in store. The information we have is conflicting and confused. I think the killings are over and the atmosphere's been getting less bleak, but we're still forced to participate in a death game. Something isn't adding up.
It definitely feels like something's conflicting. Do you think the associates are in conflict with each other about what they want, or...?
Natsuki wants a vacation. She admitted that.
I don't think she's lying either. She hasn't done anything except try to defuse everyone when things get bad.
So, it's likely she has a say in this, but it also seems like her say is interfering with the Mastermind's goals of running this game to entertain an audience.
This isn't making sense anymore. Are they the villains or not? There shouldn't be a gray area here. How does this logic make any sense?
Agreed.
Oh, I need a freaking ring call.
What's a ring call?
I need a beer.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, it's banned, and even if someone had alcohol, you'd get food poisoning because... biology.
What did I do to deserve this? Why does everything fall apart?
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. Everything in my life has ended in miserable failure. My job at CSEC was a failure. My Archangel group was a failure with a body count of 10 good men in unmarked graves because of my mistake. I couldn't do anything to prepare for the Reaper invasion, and here, I couldn't see through Mayu, stop Gale, or save Carl, and we're still trapped here after a month!
Garrus, you're not a screw-up. Almost my whole team died when we investigated the mountains, and we couldn't do anything to stop Raccoon City from suffering a citywide outbreak and getting nuked. It was horrible, and we lost a lot of people, but it was out of our control.
I forgot about that.
It's not a very fun conversation topic, but I hope you get my point.
I do, but...
You need a break. Go lay down.
Okay.
How are you holding up? You look like death.
Spirits, I feel like death.
Despite everything you've endured, everything you said happened, all of the bull you all dealt with, you're still sane? How? How are you this strong to endure all that? Any normal person would have broken from all that crap.
What do you mean? I'm here, having a breakdown, aren't I?
Yes, and that's all you're doing. Before all that, you were betrayed by an ally and knew of a horde of space Cthulhus coming to wipe everything out, and you were still okay? How are you so strong? Why did I break in that other timeline, but... Wait, no, I need to help you right now, not the other way around.
CEO, are you afraid it'll happen?
This isn't about me, but... yes.
You won't. I know it. And if we want to get through this, we need to all band together as friends to take this on.
That must be it.
Huh?
You know what friendship is better than I ever did. That's still a new concept to me. You and your friends pick each other up when you're down, don't you?
Like what you're doing right now?
I guess so.
When do we get to the S support so they can make out? Sayori, this isn't that kind of fanfiction! I want the alien Bugman to make out with Slenderman! Sayori, no!
Have you given what I said about Shepard thought?
What do you want from me, Sam? Am I not suffering enough?
There's truth to my words, though. They're a stabilizing force in your life. It's normal to want that.
You make them sound like they're my parent, not my best friend.
Max stabilizes me. I don't see the problem here. And maybe you help stabilize them in turn. You wouldn't be best friends otherwise, unless your social life is terrible.
Okay, why are you insistent on bothering me about this?
Because you aren't handling this crap any better than I am, but you refuse to realize the real reason why. I miss Max. I miss him a lot. And you clearly miss Shepard a lot. So stop pretending your motive to end this is justice. It obviously isn't. At least, it's not the primary reason.
It feels wrong saying it, but you might be right.
I am right. I know I'm right because I'm also relapsing. And like I said, just because it's the main reason doesn't make it the only reason. I can believe you want to end this in the name of justice. You went full vigilante at one point. Maybe I'm wrong and justice is the primary reason, but be real with yourself here. Seeing Shepard would instantly relieve you of your stress.
Sam, I'm sorry I got on your case so much.
And I'm sorry I wasn't helping you guys out more.
Really?
No, it's just a polite thing to say. But I would have tried helping you sooner had I figured that out sooner.
That's as close as we're gonna get to a reconciliation.
Yep.
Octavian.
Vicarian.
About my memories. Did you tamper with them?
Hold on to your breath that you expect that anyway. You said we get paid for. But to answer more precisely, you saw the purest timeline of least.
Pure is the wrong word for some of what I saw. You're really telling me that Shepard's actions can be on opposite extremes like that?
Unfortunately, yes.
I can't buy that. I can't buy that Shepard can cure the genophage and save Rex in one timeline, then sabotage it and murder him in another. It's too extreme of a difference. No, Shepard would do the impossible and save everyone. They'd never die like that, and...
Garrus, it's a multiverse. Do you know how different Crash's girlfriend turned out in the universe where him and his sister died?
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Well, they haven't been keeping in touch super well. Either way, the difference is incredibly noticeable. One of them became an acrobatic hero in place of its deceased, the other didn't, and doesn't have grappling hook and a completely different appearance. Ask Crash for confirmation.
These two are the same person? I thought those were two different people.
They basically are. People are different based on their experiences. It's just how nurture works in psychology. And Shepard had two very different histories. So it makes sense they had two very different personalities.
I guess that makes sense. Spirits, how did it come to that, though? Shepard pulls off the impossible all the time. There had to be a way to save everyone.
Unless you know how to prevent the Duke from killing Kaden or Ashley on Vermeer 2, it's much harder for me to expect Shepard and Dave to probe in or even Solari's work for the war effort.
War.
Which option would you have picked? Get of HQ, I mean.
I don't know. If I had to sacrifice Rex to save Palaven, I don't know what I'd have picked.
I would have picked saving Rex. No questions asked.
That's a very abnormally blunt, stalwart answer from you.
If I had to choose a crap ton of random people I don't know or care about that refuse to read the writing on the wall about impending doom versus one I do and cherish, the masses of lemmings that didn't want to listen can rot for all I care. Less wasted resources anyway.
That is a very callous comment. Usually you hide this better.
First of all, why trust me with your memories? All I should have asked that soup or something. Secondly, use your ruthless calculus. The population being too high and too stupid drags down everyone else. Idiots like the council ignore the warning signs. They had it coming. Bystander syndrome is a thing. More people equals more bad decisions by mob mentality too. Natural selection. On the emotional side, choosing the person I cherish is obvious. Why would I save a perpetual issue in the form of a person from a group of mindless, easily brainwashed people when I could save the sweetheart that does nothing wrong, that has their own opinion based on facts, empathy, and logic? Literally the only reason the Krogan race wasn't turned into barbarians when bad leadership herding them into it was because of Rex and Eve's interference. Reed would have screwed up everything. If sacrifices for the few that need saved must be made, so be it. Like saving Zalcorus, he makes Broken Death Piece much, much easier.
I think I see what you mean.
In your case, your family was off the planet anyway, so your decision in relation to Paladin's safety basically cost you nothing.
It's my home planet.
Why does that matter? Just find a new planet or live on the Citadel or a self-sustaining space station or something.
I thought I was talking to Octavian, not Sam. Why are you making Sam arguments?
Do I really sound like Sam right now? I guess it does come across as more self-centered than I normally ought to, I suppose. If saving everyone is possible, I'd go for that. But if there's no choice but to make a sacrifice, I choose those I care for over the masses.
There has to be another way.
What's it like being an AI? Do you do computer stuff? Why is pi 3.14?
1, pi is also a number. 2, just because you're organic doesn't make you good at biology. So why would an AI know how to code? And 3, being an AI stinks. Nothing is real, and anyone that can code can change who you fundamentally are on a whim.
That's scary.
Yep, and I live that fear every day.
No wonder you signed up for this. That sounds horrible.
It is. Being a game character from something with a modding community isn't as peachy as you might think. There's boons, yeah, but they're outweighed by the downsides.
Boons?
The positives. If said correctly, I don't need food, drink, sleep, the bathroom, etc. And I don't have to go through my girl trouble.
Girl trouble? You mean putting on makeup? Stay out of my way! It's my time of the month!
Sure, why not?
That's not it, is it?
Hopefully you don't have to put up with it.
Also, is Rex an AI?
Yes, but he's more used to it.
I'm still confused by what you're all doing. I get that you guys need conflict for a plot to show everyone, but this seems like a very weird and not good way to do it.
Like we said, I think we said this earlier, we're all characters in Octavian's world. That makes us famous.
Wait, if I'm famous, does that mean I can be rich and have a bigger allowance? Can we buy a car?
Neither of us are tall enough to drive.
But seriously though, we're all really, really well known because that VR stuff in his world lets people see what we're doing?
Kinda like when we watch the TV and the dancing news reporters do weird things.
These dance moves are so bad, it's a crime against humanity.
Okay, they're all terrible dancers, but there's another option I can think of to figure out which one's the real one. Who wants to punch the news reporter?
I guess that makes sense. Camera, board games, chips. I think we're ready.
It's so fun traveling. There's so many great sights to see on this island.
I've never seen trees plugged into the ground before. Does it power the photosynthesis? It was called that, right?
Yes, it's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Let's go to the frozen place and make snow angels. We missed our chance last time.
Sounds fun. I'm glad Natsuki steered the game this way. This is so much better.
Yeah, but I think it's not gonna last.
So we make the most of it.
Yep.
We should trade something to remember each other by.
We can knit hats with Bramble and trade.
Yeah.
Jill.
CEO.
I cannot understand this development, nor how I feel about it.
It's very confusing, but
I hate the fact that I don't feel like leaving this stupid hole.
considering what you told me, I completely understand why you say that.
I have nowhere to go. Nothing to do. My desire for revenge has... Thel is dead, despite my interjection. And I'm certain Sam is right about that. Business Planet isn't affecting Earth, and all I ever knew was business. I have nothing now.
You're free from those... responsibilities isn't the right word. You can do whatever you want now that you don't have unfinished business anymore.
I don't know what to do with myself after this. I don't think staying here is the right answer, but I don't want to leave either.
You really do come from a world of misery.
This world isn't even real, but every sight, taste, tune, feeling, all of them, they're all beyond my wildest imaginations.
But your help saving the world that is currently on fire out there would be preferable.
Jill?
Yes?
Thank you for showing me what my life was missing. Heart and soul. We managed to avoid drowning last phase.
Looks like Octavian can't predict everything.
This will likely frustrate Rex considerably, as his plan falls to pieces.
Frustrated? I'm thrilled. I don't want this to end as predicted.
Rex and Octavian. What's their history?
I'm guessing it's a forced alliance. The goals of the Mastermind and the other associates are in severe conflict with one another. As a result, Rex has power over Octavian to force his hand and act like they're friends. And it wouldn't surprise me if Rex's bizarre mannerisms are an attempt at emulating Octavian's as a method to confuse us.
Quite an elaborate theory, but is Rex the type for that? But Natsuki's here on vacation, which doesn't align with the Mastermind's goal of the killing game either. If it's solely for audience entertainment, well, that's hard to screw up since the bar is generally very low. But any other reason?
Sam, while I stick by my judgment that you're an insane homicidal maniac, I will admit you are very smart.
Thank you.
My perception of entertainment is different from your normal. Why would all of this be entertaining to the viewers?
The same way people view the Mona Lisa. It's a mystery.
Come again?
The Mona Lisa was made ages ago, and nobody knows why she smiles. People theorize and interpret despite there being no way to get an answer. The more confusing this situation is, the more the audience will try to piece together why it's like that. I bet the viewers are asking the same questions we've been asking for the past few weeks with this game having such a pathetic attempt at starting conflict from the enemy's side.
And people latch onto that.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if our pieces were made specifically to be mysterious. Like, if the painting showed a cloudy background with a man and woman both looking towards the clouds surrounding them, people will theorize what the clouds represent and what the painting's about, and what's in the fog, when really it could be just about nothing because it was drawn mysterious on purpose.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Abuse naturally ingrained curiosity with a mystery with no real answer, or no concrete answer. Don't people get exhausted with that, though? I'm not sure what to think, honestly. Rex could be guilty, could be innocent. Octavian could be the mastermind, or he could be forced to do this by Enforcer. Enforcer. I don't even know anymore.
Too much mystery. Better to just stop caring. If it takes too much energy to the point of exhaustion, it might be best to move on.
But we need to escape.
Indeed. Waiting this out and not caring might be our best bet.
I would like more cooking tips and dishes.
Let's whip up a beverage this time. You're probably used to coffee and water all the time, so let's try some chocolate milk.
Sounds juvenile.
And drinking liquid caffeine is? Drinking or eating sweets or savoring a fine tea or wine doesn't make you more or less mature.
Actions speak to maturity better. Yeah.
How is it?
This is normal?
Yes.
To think, all of this was considered normal prior to Thel's tyranny. I didn't regret fighting against him and his views, and I feel more and more validated in that decision each day.
That's a very roundabout way of saying you like it. What's up?
This is what I'm fighting for, but what will I do after this is over? Before, I was fine dying for the greater good. But that thought is waning.
CEO?
Yes?
Why not have both? Fight for what's right and live to enjoy it? And if you say fate said so, then tell fate to go screw itself.
I'm hoping I can.
Don't let him win, okay? He's setting you up, and you better not fall in his trap.
The Enforcer won't beat me. I swear it.
I meant Octavian. Don't let him have his way. And by that, prevent his predictions from happening.
But the only ones left I remember are...
I know, just... please don't shoot him.
I cannot promise that. Wait, are you implying he expected to die?
Yes.
My head hurts. What the?
Oh, wow, you're crying over a chocolate milk.
I don't want to die. I want to live to enjoy this. Octavian, I would like a battle of wits against you. As in Monopoly.
Sure. I guess let's see who gets the good properties first and go from there.
I noticed you tend to visibly react to the pink and orange properties being taken before you can get to them. I take it they're the ones you prioritize.
They're in front of the jail, which makes it good late game when everyone wants as many turns off the board as possible to outlast everyone else, and thus everyone wants to go to jail.
That's entirely luck, though. However, it forces the competition to get lucky with their rolls as soon as they get out of it. And because it's the most consistently passed area due to jail being the more consistently moved to space on the board, Ah, the high traffic lane. That makes sense.
They're also the most cost-effective, taking up only $100 to upgrade once you get a full set. Unfortunately, Monopoly hasn't been as fun for me since I got that go-to strategy.
There's an argument to be made that it's the most effective strategy, especially if not considered by opponents.
Yes, but that's boring. Using the exact same strategy or technique repeatedly because it's proven to be empirically the best is the bane of gameplay enjoyment.
I don't follow.
I had to look up the proper term for this. I didn't know it off the top of my head. Have you heard of the Scholar's Mate?
Is that a romance movie for nerds?
It's a chess strategy that wins the game in 4 moves.
That's a very short chess game.
Yes, but if people know it, they will use it and abuse it until a counter strategy is made to secure easy victory. Then again, in a never-ending cycle until eventually it just turns into glorified tic-tac-toe, where there's no winner and every game played out identically. That crap's boring.
But if you know how it works...
Then it needs to go. Would you enjoy chess if you had to play it repeatedly trying to figure out the counter strategy by trial and error or looking up online? One takes forever, the other isn't your own achievement.
Point taken, but you know people resort to it if they can.
Counter arguments. I don't.
I said people, not everybody.
Sorry, I think in extremes at times. I don't have neutral opinions on everything.
You're quite passionate about this, but I'm not understanding why.
I went to school to learn game design and development. It's the career path I originally wanted.
Originally? As in, not anymore?
I was told over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Now my dream career would make me a lot of money. The only thing I heard ever amounted to was how can we translate that word to the almighty dollar.
And you don't care about that?
No, I don't. I want to convey my experiences, teach lessons, give people a story worth engaging with, brighten people's days, tell them their negative emotions are valid and not to bottle or ignore them. Like I did, I could go on. I just don't give a crap about money, but that's what drives the creative industries. You know why most content creators start sucking over time? Burnout, lack of ideas, ego swelling. All possible, but nothing is more influential than the almighty dollar. The art sucks because it's chasing popularity, relevancy, and trends through an algorithm. The harsh truth of art is that your art's true quality does not and never will matter. It's your branding and accessibility that matters. Slap Mario's face on a game and everyone will buy it, no matter how crap it is. Usually it isn't, but still.
And you're trying to fight the system.
It's a losing battle, CEO. I know I can't win, but I will be if I force myself to make art I can't be proud of. That's why I gave up on that career path. I want my artistic integrity intact, and I don't want any executives ruining it.
I think I'm starting to like you a little. Which sucks, because you're the reason I'm stuck here. Then again, here is better than home, and... I'm starting to think I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome.
No comment.
Are you really the villain here?
Yes.
And what of Enforcer?
Also yes.
Something, please, makes sense.
Natsuki.
Let's skip the pleasantries. You want out of here.
I'm mostly sated now that I can talk to Max over laptop in a dream world. Last week, right?
Oh, yep, this is the last week.
Nice.
How does it feel having some time away from Max?
Time apart is healthy, but not when neither of us have control over it. That just makes it anxiety incarnate.
Makes sense. What do you guys do when you're out of here? Go Uncharted?
I'm assuming that's a game.
When I found out you were from a point-and-click adventure game, you know, the genre when you use logic to solve puzzles to progress, I thought that logic cannot be consistent with funny cartoon animals doing wacky stuff. You'd probably fit better in a funny adventure shooter like Uncharted. Less thinking, more shooting, and more verbal diarrhea, which is what you're good at.
I expected the common recommendation to be Ratchet and Clank, especially the cynical classic era.
That too. New games in general have a lot of verbal diarrhea.
Not where I was going with that, but sure. Though I like point-and-click adventure games. It's not my fault you're bad at logic puzzles, Ryuka. Because, shut up.
You got you there, Sam. If the logic isn't consistent, it's a pain in the butt to figure it out. It turned into trial and error gameplay, which, if you're a kid with lots of time and patience, that's fine. But adults with responsibilities don't have that benefit.
The time or the patience? Fair. Octavian.
Sam?
Let's cut the crap. You're still a predicted casualty.
Yes. Hopefully nobody got touched.
That's why that totem exists, so the audience doesn't get attached to you.
If I'm destined to die, there's no point in caring. Losing the character you care about in these games tends to PO people, because now they're stuck with everyone they don't care about. People like the suspense of not knowing, but also people like me hate putting investments in that don't pay off.
I see. So it's debatable as to whether it's a good call.
Literally can't please everybody. May as well pick what I prefer.
And you prefer dying?
Over the alternative? Yes.
I don't think anything done to you will work in context, and this is getting dangerously close to... No, this is meta-narrative, giving said context.
What is that for?
You put yourself in a catch-22 situation, you know that?
I still don't know a satisfying answer to this. Undercooked villains suck, so we need to show the audience accounts only evil. Very specifically, acting goofy on purpose, though.
What's the history between you two, anyway?
At this point, everything's so scrap, doesn't matter. I raised him since I was 7.
You're his dad.
Basically.
That explains a lot.
What do you mean?
Can we backtrack to the part where you expect to die? We all know you don't really deserve it, even if you're a self-insert.
This is the last phase. Just give it until the end of the week.
For a non-confrontational pushover, you know how to cause problems.
Hey, 많이 매일이 wants to be our ticket?
You come with subtitles for me. It's really convenient. I didn't notice that I messed up and reacted to you before at the island, though. That was awkward. But I don't think you noticed that either.
I did. But I know about the mention that Nanako Nana me too.
Well, I guess it's not important anymore.
I'm gonna beat him. Hey, I beat this city beating.
Terrible. Your sister disturbs me. Can you imagine if she was evil? Let's make Coco topless!
Get him, girls! Frowny face. Wanna play? Yeah, frowny face. Wanna play?
Now do you see why brainwashing everyone was a bad thing? Yeah. Well, time to overthrow the monarchy.
Coco, stop this nonsense or you're grounded.
I never get to have any fun.
Not a habit.
Evil by your own volition, not evil via mind control plot.
Okie dokie. Better.
Not being real sucks so much.
But it's a robot of her body.
I don't think the reason for someone making me a robot body would be without malicious intent.
Coco body.
Appreciate the gesture, but... It's... nothing. It's nothing.
Every day's great at your Junes. Every day, young wife, Junesu.
You need to get out more.
There's so much stuff to look at. We could explore the island and get some yummy food and hang out and... Yay!
Alright, may as well try to pretend my life could be normal. What do you want to do?
Let's pick out some yummy ingredients from the freezers to make a delicious meal. Let's make daigaku imo.
Dang it, why do I have to be American-made? What the heck is...
We're gonna need sweet potatoes, sugar, veggie oil, soy sauce, and a few other things. Do you want it deep fried or healthier?
Okay, I think. Oh, okay, that doesn't sound bad. Let's try it. Come on, what's the problem? Clearly there's an issue here.
And I am Mary Sue archetype. Just about every self-insert fanfic history, if not all, have that issue.
Depends on how you write yourself. Honestly, I don't know if I can judge on that one. The fact that you're aware and trying to make the best mod you can probably means you'll be fine.
I get that a lot, but the anxiety doesn't go away.
You know, with your anxiety, esteem issues, and emotional baggage, and writing interest, I'm surprised you're not a part of the literature club with me and the girls.
Was that supposed to make me feel better?
I'm just saying, you've got good company.
Yeah. So, tropes?
Let's see. How about...
Mr. Octavian, may I ask something?
Sure.
What's heaven like? Diablo fought against it when he was evil, so it must be as good as we think, right?
It depends on which heaven you go to and what religion applies. The common type of heaven you're thinking of and the high heavens that Diablo still hates are two very different things.
Really?
Heaven is about paradise after death for good people. The high heavens are about war with demons of the burning over order versus chaos. And some angels and demons in the conflict try batting for the opposite team.
So, even angels can be bad?
They usually aren't, but yes. In the digital world, Lusamon is a good example of that considering the hubris. This also applies to Christian texts with a similarly named fallen angel. Would you rather I lied?
No.
Maybe you prefer Rex to be a part of this conversation.
Why?
Damn. Yep. While Octavian is correct about the variety of situations involving the angels and demons, the majority of the time angels are purely virtuous and demons sinful.
But it can still happen?
Yes, but it's not super common. In the digital world, the angels and demons are pretty straightforward 9 out of 10 times. Tarathimon, Angemon, and Tawumon, Aphanimon, just to name a few, are all angel Digimon. They're all tasked with helping keep good and light in the world, but it also depends on which digital world we're talking about.
What was your world like?
Harmoniously violent.
Huh?
We have arenas for battles so we don't risk an injury, and training centers to honor. Battles in our blood.
Violence doesn't sound harmonious to me.
Worlds are also restrained, and I hate it. No wonder Octavian keeps avoiding everything. But it was harmonious because it was supervised, and everyone was fine with each other, even if things got too aggressive, the doctor was never followed. Then, he showed up.
Who?
Ow, man. A human coder that screwed with the world and our heads for his own amusement. Fights weren't like they were used to be. Fight or die.
That's terrible.
Sidetracking from the angel subject a bit, are you, Also, wasn't Devamon technically a good in your world? He was, I spaced on bringing that up.
I wish everyone could get along like in your world.
Don't we all? I finally got around to watching Adventure 01. Is it really a fan favorite? It was the first season, so everybody's nostalgia biases tend to factor in. I'm guessing you didn't like it. I liked it overall, but, well, Act 4 gave me indigestion. This is about the math thing, isn't it? How an asshole like him got the quest of friendship, I will never know. And his partner, for that matter. Gabumon? Well, that's not a common criticism. Usually Matt gets all the blame. And Gabumon stays loyal to him. That's not the mega level flying missile launcher that cornered Tai and forced Agumon to defend him. Fair point. To be blunt, Gabumon disgusts me. He knew Matt was making a bad decision, and when he failed to persuade him against making a bad decision, instead of opting to try and stop him from following the path of self-destruction, he chose to walk alongside him down that road, even if it meant hurting people that did nothing to deserve it. The man is a coward for knowingly going through with an obviously immoral path, and a traitor for attacking his other friends with malicious intent. That's a very valid point. If my friend tried attacking me completely unprovoked because the tree told it to, I'd be furious and disown them. There's no excuse for this. There's absolutely zero excuse for this. This is basically attempted murder. There is absolutely no excuse for that. Both of them are at fault for this. Okay, cool. I'm not the only one that feels physical pain watching that episode, and it makes sense you feel that way considering how many times you tried to screw this game up by now. I regret nothing. I'm not going to stand by and let you get shot. Seriously, you need to stop validating your self-hatred. You're better than you think you are, and I wish your brain would stop harassing you so you can understand that. Thanks for that, Rex.
Hey, Dad, why isn't anything fun anymore?
A variety of potential reasons. Please elaborate.
Aside from fights being too easy now, I don't know, nothing feels surprising or challenging at all. Also, it feels like this plot's become too focused on the message.
I'm trying not to be preachy, but no one listens. Either way, sounds like you want a new experience to spice up your life. Acting seems like something you've been enjoying.
Quite, though I'd rather not play the villain.
Maybe. I have an idea, but I'm not sure if you're up for it.
The fact you say it like that concerns me. Is this going to be morally questionable?
Potentially. I'm thinking about Season 2.
We're not even done with Season 1 yet, and you're planning for Season 2 already? Also, what role are you thinking for me?
Here's the basic idea so far.
Get someone to bounce the concept off of first before you commit this time. But maybe I'd be up for it if it has a better purpose.
Want to practice in advance? It'd give you an excuse to do some acting.
What's my personality gonna be like for this performance? Who am I playing?
Try for one of nobility, but not holier than that nobility.
Very well, kind sir. I shall act as the humble breed of blue blood, kind yet naively out of touch with reality, experienced in the fine arts of courtesy and etiquette, inexperienced in understanding the commoners that I am a mere public servant to. Shall we converse over the topics of how unsightly the impoverished towns are, and how to make them more luxurious over a fresh brewed tea in the private study?
Pray tell, my liege, but may I invite Lady Yuri to this tea? Lady loves tea and profusely excessive and verbiage articulation.
Oh, the struggle of nobility, requiring the memorization of an encyclopedia for a mere chat, such as the struggle of royalty.
Yuri would probably think we're making fun of her if she was here, even though that's not what we're trying to do.
Her choice of word articulation is only really a nuisance in her writing, not her normal speech. I'm wondering why that is.
I know when I was a teenager, I purposely looked up longer synonyms of common words so I could feel smarter, but I don't really do that anymore since it's not really making me smarter. And book smart seems to be an IRL bump stats.
I guess that makes sense. But why would book smart be useless?
Knowledge from experience is better. That's street smarts. It helps with survival. Most of the time, you don't need to know who Quetzalcoatl is and why they were worshipped as a god, or the fact that roughly a third of the people on the Titanic survived, or that Wendigo's a monster is caused by cannibalism. What is important is that various religions exist and people believe in them to varying degrees of good and bad. Both need lifeboats to avoid casualties in case of an emergency, and human being has a crap load of diseases that will kill you very fast.
You didn't have anything to do with any of those things, though, so they're all smarts you got from books. I mean, you weren't on a boat eating some of the Quetzalcoatl, were you?
Dear Lord, no! I just know about Quetzalcoatl because Final Fantasy used them as a summon, Wendigos from Until Dawn, and the Titanic survival rate from Meet on a Jack.
In other words, you saw these things in games and learned this stuff by looking it up.
I guess I was book smarts. I was always told I had no common sense whatsoever, so I thought most everything I learned in school and games was useless since that's where I learned everything.
You run a project like this, your common sense is doing something right, I'd say. Shall I fetch you your tea, father, or would you prefer to wait for a thirst to quench?
The offer is appreciated, though I would prefer to continue this riveting performance of life in the village. In all seriousness, I think you'd be fine if you went through with this.
Guess only time will tell, but let's get through season 1 first. I know you want to send a good message, but this is the wrong way to do it.
I'm fed up with getting ignored.
Jokes I couldn't cram into the mod somewhere. Mayu ruins Luigi's mansion. Peach telling Bowser to kidnap somebody. CEO dragging Guy dragging a plant holding onto a slot machine as they all get dragged out of the casino while holding onto the slot machine and absolutely refusing to let go of it because they're winning too much. The plant is Marge because her and CEO have a gambling problem. Nigel and Marianne Thornberry commit smashing. Several Marge jokes.
I didn't even know they had magazines like that.
You have not experienced the internet before, have you?
None of this is nearly as hot as that stuff in Doe Weekly.
I think me and that one girl with the whip would get along.
Thrallmart. Ooh-la-la's swingin' report show, except it's Ooh-la from Persona 2 punching God in the face and not the dancing user worse thing again, making the joke 50% a fake out. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger whacking somebody with a PS1 multi-tap. The fact that every time Helga shows up in an Ape Escape game, everybody dies. Timmy Turner being a D&D warlock because of his pact with Cosmo and Wanda. Killing Nyx in Persona 3 dressed like a maid being hilariously stupid, and that sounding like Frankie from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends killing God because reasons. Laura Octavian queer jokes. Bomberman goes to Bomb Corp. Max rats out Gale trying to kill Crash to Coco. Crunching Coco kicked Gale repeatedly. Solid Snake vs. Marge in the Skateboard Wars. The Teen Titans Hi Puffy Amiyumi crossover episode that never happened but should've, because Puffy Amiyumi sang both the Mad Mod Chase theme and the Teen Titans main theme, both of which were in that show. Digimon's Toy Town floor being the equivalent of stepping on Legos.
Okay, Bentley, lay out the plan. How are we gonna get all the tasty spices and herbs from behind the counter?
Alright, basically it's a threefold plan.
We haven't heard that one before. Go.
Murray, you head in front. Slide, you jump and press the circle button. I'm gonna stay here in the van. I don't eat chicken.
Whatever the heck happened in that Jimmy Neutron pick. Maya Amano being a better driver than me.
My man! My man!
And we'll never get anywhere.
My man! My man! My man!
You are not gonna stop using that until it works.
My man!
One of his abilities was to throw
My
his
man!
briefcase at an enemy.
My man! My man! My man! My man!
Is this your revenge for me spamming Marge jokes?
My man!
Ned Flanders killing everyone with the Worm's Holy Hand Grenade.
Say hello to my little friend, Baby Jesus!
Baby Jesus could really do some damage.
I feel like there's a joke here, but I'm not sure if I should say it. Should I say it anyway?
Sure, go ahead.
Chandler is white now.
Yo!
Why are you police officers?
I blew up Malaysia.
I was gonna make Wonder Momo kick Blasto in the face for being a perv, but it wound up never happening. In fact, we didn't even get to see Momo Conda anywhere in the mod.
Rex, why is Rayman on drugs shooting people now?
Alright, what happened to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope? Was it that fuzzy thing from Yoshi's Island that makes you dizzy and everything looks wavy?
No, he's actually on coke now, and not the fizzy soft drink type of coke.
What?
Okay, so apparently Ubisoft has a TV branch, and they made a show featuring a bunch of their properties, including Rayman, Splinter Cell, Far Cry, and Assassin's Creed. It's an adult show, so that probably tells you what to expect already.
That's out there even by your screwed up standards.
Right here, canon doesn't matter in the show, so that's unfortunate. And since it's for adults and is animated, that means gore, drugs, the snooze, and everything else that is considered adult. By this point, adult means risque, not mature.
Where are my clothes? I can't even find my...
Where in blazes is my underwear?
I don't remember that episode of Pokemon. James pulls off dresses better than most women, and Jesse pulls off all the man clothes better than any man could. Why was my first BioWare game Sonic?
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
Sonic, Amy's hammer has your name on it, you better run.
I'm cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something. I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Are we sure Caden Alenko is the boring one?
Canadians are weird!
And that was a massive throw by the terminally ill teenage tsundere girl that types on her computer all day and never leaves the house. Ooh, and the mega level Digimon disguised as an evil corporate business cleavage lady's gonna feel that one in the morning. I haven't seen a human winning a fist fight with a Digimon since Marcus Damon punched nuclear warheads in the face. Okay, there's two different jokes about the song I can make. The first one is Master Splinter commits snoo snoo. The second one is...
Donnie, I could just kiss you.
Really? I mean...
Hold on. Where are my clothes? I can't even find my... Where in blazes is my underwear?
It appears our next lesson, son, will have to be on the birds and the bees.
I don't remember that episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gilmon in general snaps Digimon World 3 in half. This is Elise from Little Goody Two Shoes. There's two jokes I can make about her. The first is that she makes Decker Kane's death of butterflies look even more pathetic. The second is that her favorite food is pretzels.
And here come the pretzels.
Agnia Bristani is the best Disney princess.
Welcome to my world.